Okay, so we are going to add another additional piece here. Our young human, whose hand this is, she, of all the inspirational words that we told you about, she chose love. So we're actually going to, I'm going to show you how to use the scrap of clay that you have here and roll out a coil basically, and add that on using the slip and scoring technique that Catherine showed you earlier. So I'm just going to roll this out. We need like theme music. And I'm just gonna make like a snake, like a good old fashioned kindergarten snake. All right, that piece fell off, doesn't matter. This one looks a little dry, so we're just gonna roll it out. That looks like a good thickness. And then I'm gonna bend it in half, pinch it to kind of make the end of the heart. And I think those are actually gonna be a little bit too long, so I'm just gonna pinch it off. And I'm gonna bring this one around, pinch that off. Let's see how big that heart is. A little bit too big. Okay. Good. Right, so again, these two things aren't gonna stick together unless we put them together with a little bit of scoring and slipping. So I'm just gonna outline my heart with my pin tool. I'm going to take that off. And because of the size of the heart, I'm going to choose to just use this little pin tool to make my marks on my hand here. I'm just going to make tiny little lines. Nothing fancy. And then I'm going to do the same thing on my heart. Tiny little lines. And then I'm gonna get my goopy clay glue, also known as slip. I'm just gonna kind of, oh, my little helper has it right here. Just gonna kind of lay some of that in. Smush it in. It's like painting. Right? Here we go. Good. Now we're just gonna press that into place. And as Catherine said before, if you see it squishing out, that's actually a really good sign because it means you put enough in there. And then you can go ahead and use your brush and just clean up the sides a little bit if you want. If you made a mess like I did.
The best part,
making messes. All right, are we adding any words to this, or is the heart good enough? What do you think?
Maybe you could add also the word love.
You want the word love? Let's do it. Where are we going to add it?
Inside.
Inside. Okay, so this way, or do you want it this way?
That way.
So I'm just going to turn my tile, and you know what? I think I'm going to use a pencil for this. So we are just going to draw the word love. And we're done. And now Catherine has this incredible other tile over here. She's gonna bring over and show you the two of them next to each other.
Okay, so this is the first one that showed the subtractive process. We actually took some of our scraps here and just added this swirl, sort of the center sole of the hand here. And again, all of your tiles when they come in are gonna create this beautiful big picture, and they're like puzzle pieces. So sort of serendipitous, but I love the way that this one will sort of tuck underneath those fingers there. And this tile will then spill over into this tile, really showing that sense of community and working together. So we can't wait to see all of the happy, beautiful, serendipitous things that we can do with your tiles. Thank you so much and happy clay and tile making. All right, one more helpful tip for y'all. If you can't work on it in one sitting, it's really important that you keep it hydrated so that you can continue to work on it. So all of your tiles came in a bag. This is where you're going to store your tile in the in-between stages of you working on it. So if you feel like it's starting to dry out a bit from just being exposed to the air, you've got a little spray bottle inside. You want to spritz it down. Keep it on that piece of parchment paper, which I don't have right here. And just carefully slide it back into the bag with which it came.
If you threw your parchment paper away, if your parchment paper became too wet, you can use newspaper. You can use a piece of cardstock or cardboard, anything like that. Any surface, as Kat pointed out earlier, that keeps it nice and flat.
And any amount of air that's trapped in the bag is going to continue to kind of dry out the clay. So I like to, before I seal it up, I pushed the air out a little bit. There's just a little bit in here. All right.
So these are the 3 final tiles. Catherine kept working and made this really cool heart one. And we just wanted to show you the 3 tiles all side by side here. So cool. Happy tile making, everybody.
Thank you.